Well, if you got to owe money to anybody, you don't want to do it to people on Wall Street and those banks and stuff like that. If you don't pay, they'll come out and break your kneecaps. So you don't want to get involved in that. Man, the nicest people to owe money to is the government because they have so many programs that even you don't have to pay back your loans and stuff like that. I'm going to show you about 14 sources of ways that you can get the government to get your loans forgiven. How do you like that? Okay. Well, the biggest thing right now is student loans. There are so many programs that Biden started, that will forgive student loans up to $200,000. I mean, that's kind of loans that people are carrying on this, and you could get them all forgiven. Now, there's requirements, and you have to fill out a little bit of form, but it's worth it. If somebody's going to forgive you $5,000, $10,000, you're not going to spend an hour trying to figure out how to do it. Hell yes, do it. And there's free help to do that. And what's happening now is Biden, the government is sort of telling him, oh, he can't do that. And he forgives the whole thing. So he changes it a little bit and does it somewhere else. The best way to find out is go to student.aid.gov. And there's a contact the people. You have phone numbers there you could contact. So what the hell? If you're going to wait on hold for a few hours, if you're going to save 200 grand, baby, you can wait on there all year, right? So that's one. Definitely find out, no matter if you have a lot of, even not, if you're not worried about paying it, because there's so many programs now for people to get that forgiven. And Biden, I don't know how long he's going to last. So these may change. So you want to get grandfathered in. Okay. Now here's another thing. At local offices, what they're doing is for giving up the $250,000 loan for your business. Actually, they'll forgive a $200,000 loan. This is happening up in the city of Madison. They'll give you $250,000 to start a business, and they'll forgive it if you stay in business. So stay there for 15 years and didn't have to pay a nickel, 0% interest, no payments, no nothing. You just have to last. And that's in every state. There's things like this. Now, what you have to do is use your elbow grease to find programs like this where you are. Here's 2 links. Now, this link, all these links here, I'm going to put in the description below on YouTube, so you can look at this on YouTube and get all these links. I should be able to do it on Instagram, but they change it all the time, and I can't do it anymore. So you go to SBA.gov and then /local-assistance, SBA.gov /local-assistance. And that's the place. You call them, and you call 4 or 5 of these people, and these are experts who help you get money and help for any business, any kind of business. So you call them, make an appointment, and say, hey, I want to start a business and I need help. That's all you have to know. And the other place is EDA.gov. These are organizations, government and nonprofit organizations, that help start businesses so you pay more taxes. And that's why they have grants and all kind of money programs. But again, make an appointment, you call them, sit down. And so you may have to sit down with 10 of these people. That's okay. Make 10 appointments. Okay. Now here, another thing too, people don't realize if you are turned down for a grant, say you apply for a grant and then they say, hey, no, you're not eligible. If you write what's called an appeal letter and ask them again, about 30, actually up to 50%. We have one of our members that shows other people how to do that, and she gets a 50% return rate. In other words, half the letters that she writes, people get their money back. And this is big money, like $10,000, $50,000, stuff like that. Man, just by writing a letter, where else are you going to do that? When the bank turns you down, you think you could write a letter and have them change their mind? No way. Okay, here, what people don't know too is the IRS will forgive your taxes. That's right. They have a program called Offer in Compromise. Okay, I put office here. It's for the offer. OFFER. Offer in Compromise. Okay, and the forms are there to fill out. You don't need an expert, anybody, and you fill out the forms. And because you don't have a lot of money, so that's why you have it. And that's what they're looking for, to help people who don't have a lot of money to forgive their taxes. So that's Offer in Compromise at IRS.gov. And if you need help with that for some reason or other, then you can get free help. there's local offices at the IRS that will sit down with you for free and help you fill that out. Okay, now here, your taxes at the state level have the same thing. So you couldn't pay federal taxes, you probably can't pay state taxes either. They have it too. So you have to find out about an offer in compromise. That's the key word you want to know to see if something like that is available in your state. And I have a sample here for the state of Maryland, okay, just to show you. Now, here's another thing, property taxes. There's a lot of counties, a lot of states, whatever, have forgiven for property taxes, if you have trouble paying. See, I mean, that's what's neat about the government. They're on your side. There's the people. People in the capitalism, they're on their side. That's it. So they're going to squeeze every letter of the law to get as much money out of you. But government programs, no, they're more flexible. It's for because you're an owner of the government. So there's more programs, to get you slide on those taxes, Okay, so property tax. Now here's a place that you could find all the different states that have this, and you go to PTA Consumers, PTA, property tax A, PTA Consumers dash, and then AARfoundation.org. See, .org or .gov. That's who you want to talk to. Only those people. PTAconsumers.aarpfoundation.org. Okay, and find out about how to get your property taxes forgiven. Okay. Another thing is that co-pays and medical expenses. There's so many programs that help you with co-pays, and so you don't get stuck with those bills. And you go to a good place to start with that is patientadvocate.org. See that? .org. They're the free people, the people that give money, not the people that take money like .coms. You want .orgs or .gov. And then if that doesn't work, and there are about 4 or 5 programs of other organizations that do the same thing. You want to touch base with all of them, get rid of those medical bills. And you go to another place is needymeds.org. Not only do they help you with your bills, they help you get free and low cost dental care, health care, mental care. I don't care. You don't care. Any kind of care you want. And that's a place where it's just a wonderful site. And they also have grants to give to people who are recovering from health problems. Okay, 70% of the people who have hospital bills and can't afford it have never been told they don't have to pay. If you have a hospital bill, there's like a 70% chance that you don't have to pay that. But the hospital doesn't tell you. So you have to tell them. You have to find out. And you call your office, contact the office. Okay, here it is. $4.org. Dollar, DOLLARFOR.org. Okay. And that's about getting free charity care at the hospitals. They have to tell you, and that's for incomes up to $60,000, $70,000, $80,000. Depends on where you live, that you don't have to pay your hospital bill. Now, traffic tickets and parking tickets, the DMV have programs. A lot of them do, and even if they don't, so contact your DMV. Say, hey, I can't buy these things. What do you got to help me with that? If they don't help you, then you call your elected official. They have the power to make the DMV make those forgiven. You remember in the movies, they say, oh, I'll go to my, go to some, account official that get them forgiven. Yes, they could do that. So you call up your elected officials. To find your elected officials, you go to commoncause.org, and you have a very good case, particularly if you're going to lose your license, or they're going to, and so you can't work, you can't take care of your family. So that's a very good case for them. And the same goes with the SBA money that you can't, pay back or whatever. Contact their office. The SBA has programs for that when you can't pay. And if that doesn't work, again, call your elected official. How do you find them? You go to commoncause.org. .org. Remember that. You don't want to go to these .coms. They're going to get money off you. Well, here, there's also what's happening. There are down payment loans that you don't have to pay back. So it's really a grant. But what happens is you have to stay there long enough before they forgive it all. Or you stay there, and then when you sell the house in 30 years, you've made so much money on it because they're giving you money, $200,000 to buy a house, and they don't charge interest. They're not going to charge payments. But when you sell the house in 30 years, Then that's when they went to $200,000. So in 30 years, that $200,000 will be worth like 100,000 because of inflation. So you get a hell of a deal, and you put the money investing in the house, and that makes more money than the $200,000. Okay, here's another new one I'm just shocked with is that child support. They have child support payments at the state level have programs. If you can't pay it, they have get your child support payments forgiven. Wow, who would know that? I didn't. Well, I don't own child support. Maybe that's why. So all these links here will be in the bottom of the video on YouTube. And make sure you make an appointment for a housing counselor because they have free financial counseling help for anybody, any age or whatever. So you go to HUD.gov/counseling. So any kind of financial trouble, or you're working with your credit card and you have problems with that, make an appointment with these people. They're all free counselors. HUD.gov/counseling. And remember, never worry about filling applications because if you go to findhelp.org, put in the keyword application for your zip code. Like for my zip code, and I got the link here, 522 nonprofit organizations that help people fill out government applications. So never, 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 never worry about an application. Worry about where the hell you're going to apply. That's the key. You got to find out where to apply. And that's what all these things are for, because they show you directly on the spot. And don't forget, Let's Go Help. That's what we're about. We always show you alternative sources of money. Don't go to the bank. Go to government organizations and nonprofit, and that's what we do. We give one-on-one help. You ask us 100 questions a day, and we also have members that help members. They teach you how they got the money, and you got maybe 3-4 hours a day live members that help you do this. And so make sure you take advantage of that and you ask us questions. The more you ask questions, the more we can help you. And we also give it our own grants. We give out over $70,000 every month. We've given over $1.5 million. I can't believe that. I thought only fat cats do it. I feel I'm still struggling, but this business made so much money. I feel the members deserve that money, not me, because you're the one that gave it to us. So we don't buy yachts and shit like that, like Wall Street or investors. No, you invested in us and have faith in us to help you. And so with that money, we give the profits back to you. You deserve it more than we do.